Hey everybody, Dream Akuma here. Sorry it's been a while. Been kind of busy. Life's been kind of hard. Uh, Dealing with a lot of different work, but I wanted to show off some new figures in the old school collection. First up here, this is a lot of Raphim Shambling Death models. Uh, these are pretty cool models and very affordable, might I add. I ended up getting the entire box set for like I want to say about $20. Um, yeah, the Shambling Death came with. I want to say officially they said 18 figures. It's 17 because they count the rider and his horse as two figures. The rider can't stand on his own, so yeah, that's one figure. Other than that, and how it was packaged, I was pretty happy. Uh, the figures have a lot of different character. I really like this guy here's got a hole in his head. This archer, I really like this archer. Um, they're all pretty great figures. Uh, yeah, I think it was about $20 plus shipping to get all these, and I am very happy with the 16 some odd figures. I haven't painted all of them, but these are a good representation of what was there. This guy is technically a conversion. He's supposed to have a banner, and they packed this very poorly. That's my one big complaint. Um, the figures came in they were in just a straight up box that says Shambling Death. Instead of having like some foam in the box or anything to protect it, really, I had one strip of bubble wrap, and that kept 16 metal figures from breaking apart. So his banner was broken clean off. Let's see here, but that's not everything. I've been at it for a while. Between just working so much, fucking working myself to the bone here. Uh, I've kind of had a little bit of time to paint here and there. I may accidentally show off duplicates, stuff that I've shown off in the past. I apologize for that. Right here we've got some Grenadier Dwarves. These were in a box that I got at an auction. I paid, I want to say $20 for a big box of just dwarves, and it was Grenadier dwarves, and there was some Merleton gnomes, not Merleton, Heritage. Yeah, there's some Heritage gnomes. I'm still working on the gnomes. Been a bit busy to get a whole lot of painting done, so they've kind of sat back. These are the AD&D dwarves. I think Merleton just re-released these as Dragon Lords, something like that. The big one is the guy in the middle here. Is from he's used in Stranger Things. I think they called him Destin's Dwarf or something. But pretty happy overall with these guys. Let's see here. To go with that, we got a couple other dwarves. We got some dwarves from Reaper. This guy kind of reminded me of a Dwarven King. I think he'll be a really cool NPC. And, oh, yeah, this guy. I may have shown him off in the past. He's a Reaper Dwarf. I kind of like to use him as a cleric of sorts. We also got some Undead. picked up these two. This is the Lord of the Rings, the Citadel Lord of the Rings Witch King of Angmar. I found these at a half-price books for $8. Still in the blister and everything. They're newer, but they still kind of have that old school feel. And ever since I saw Nurgling do some Undead with the white over the black, I kind of stuck with that. I kind of wanted to make the horse more of a spectral thing. To kind of fit that motif. I don't know why I keep moving these out of the way. This is a Merlecore, whatever. It's Reaper Miniatures Witch King kind of figure. They've done a few different ones with the same name. I found this one at some random shop for pretty cheap. And I've got a spectral... it's Reaper Miniatures Spectre with two-handed weapon. I believe they call it a spell effect for some reason, but... look at that Zweihander. That is one hell of a Zweihander. I fucking love this mini. Yeah, there's going to be some cursing. I apologize in advance. No, let's not show off that yet. We also got a Angel of Death. That was bought at auction a while back with my Heinrich Himmler. With my Himmler figure. I think that's all the Undead. So to throw out some weird monsters... Oh, never mind. Not all the Undead. We have a Dungeon Dwellers vampire gal. She was from the... she was one of the freebies 1 month. My buddy Jack White, shout outs to Jack if he sees this at all. This is one of my more favorite characters. I've been using her in my Frostgrave games as Lieutenant. But she'll get some games later on. Let's see, now to go to... Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That's my pun. Now to go to some monsters. We've got an animated pumpkin. This is a Reaper miniature. Can't remember the name of it exactly. The hat kind of made it for me. Sometimes you gotta have a little bit of gonzo in your games, and I think that's a great way to be pretty damn gonzo. Wireshark. I got this in a lot whenever I was buying a gift for a friend at auction. There's some Star Frontier figures. I wasn't going to use them, but the Wireshark was in a lot that I was going to use. So the Star Frontier figs went to my buddy John, and I kept the Wireshark because, I mean, come on, it's a Wireshark. Who doesn't want a Wireshark? I mean, I want a Wireshark. Also in the Star Frontiers lot that wasn't Star Frontiers, there was... Let me get better at pulling these back. There we go. Some official TSR Advanced Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. We've got the Azer, the Neo Oyat, and the Darrow. This was part of a blister. They were out of the blister. I had no idea what they were for a minute. I knew this was an AD&D monster. I wasn't sure about these two. And did some research. Shout out to the Old School Miniatures Facebook group. You guys are super awesome and have made this hobby a whole lot more fun for me. Whew. Jeez, my ass was acting up. Alright, what's next? What is next? Other monsters. This is a Reaper Miniatures Basilisk done by Bob Ollie. I really like how Bob Ollie kind of gets that old hammer kind of feel. really happy to have this figure in my collection. Oh, another Undead that I keep missing. I'm just screwing everything up. Lamian Vampire from Warhammer Fantasy. Now on to some other basics here. We've got a Goblin Barbarian from the, let's see if it'll, I'm not very good at this. Yeah, Goblin Barbarian from Reaper Miniatures. Yeah, there we go. I'm terrible at this. Yeah. Sorry for the hands being a bit dirty. I paint a lot. Really like that one. And then more Dungeon Dwellers. These are Savage Orcs from Dungeon Dwellers as well. There's like a 2-pack for like, geez, I think it was like $10. A little bit more on the pricey side for me, but yeah, I really liked how they came out. It kind of reminded me of like Greg and Tim Hildebrandt art. Alas, we have the Demon. I'm pretty happy with how this miniature came out. I've had this guy a while. I picked him up at Castle Perilous Games in Carbondale. Castle Perilous, you guys are really good with your minis. There's tons of cool stuff. I may have shown this guy off a couple times, but I can't remember. Pretty happy. Really like the sculpt. I think that was from Tim Prow, maybe? I'm not entirely sure on that, though. So for all these monsters, we need heroes. And we got a lot of heroes from a plethora of different companies. Top here, this is a Lances and Lasers Barbarian. Pretty happy with him. He's got that dirty kind of molded look, like he's been weathered. He is out there. He's been out there. He continues to be out there. Really liked him. This is a Reaper Miniatures Vlad the Impaler. I thought he made a really cool cleric. The mace broke off, so I had to get a replacement, which was a plastic mace. This is a elf character from Reaper Miniatures. I kind of painted him up like Elrond in the Hobbit film. One of the Hobbit films where he wore the armor. I really liked it. We've got a Reaper Miniatures Thief. I think this is a Grenadier character. Grenadier Druid or Wizard. I was pretty happy with how she came out. I think this is Mithril Miniatures. Either a Druid or Barbarian. I mean, you could probably play it a few different ways. Another Grenadier figure. I think this is an elf mage or elf magic user. I don't know. I really liked the character. I liked the pose. I kind of stuck with the painting scheme of the one with the owl, thinking that maybe they're siblings. A Mithril female fighter. Kind of might even be a ranger. I could see a few arguments for either. I was pretty happy with her. This guy screams Warhammer, Solomon Game, high fantasy. I love this model. Like this is one of my favorites. I got it from my buddy Kenny for Christmas. Kenny, if you're seeing this, thank you very much. It is a Reaper miniature witch hunter or something like that. But it just screams Warhammer. I mean, he's holding a Warhammer. And last but not least, we've got what I like to call my anomaly. This is a figure that is both old school and not at the same time. I was digging through some Mage Knight, and this guy was on a clicky base. But he really kind of looks like an old school grenadier to me. Like it just screams like late 80s maybe. Like it's just a really cool pose. So he's plastic. He's one of the few plastic figs in my old school bin. But I really liked him enough to take him off the base, put him on, and that's another fighter or barbarian or even an NPC. So that's the figure so far. I think we're gonna have an old school game pretty soon. There's talks about doing streaming on either Twitch or YouTube. I think either would be pretty fun. So here's hoping, and y'all have a great day, great time, great life. Enjoy your hobbies, whatever they are. I suck at outros. Bye.